Welcome to Nightmare County. I'm your host, Random Ghoul. And it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been like, 3 months since I made my last video. But here we are, getting back into it again. And I'm coming back with a review of Halloween Ends. I went and saw it today. And I gotta say, this will probably be the most negative thing that I've ever talked about in anything I've ever done on this channel so far. And not in a good way. I mean, I've made fun of things or talked about how bad something so bad it was good something was, but I'm a big Halloween fan. I've seen all the Halloween movies from H2O, Halloween 20 Years Later, up until this one. I've seen them all in theaters, and I've seen the original one in theaters when they re-released it a couple years ago on the big screen and everything in the month of October. And Halloween was the first legit, I would say, hardcore horror movie that my dad let me watch, and first slasher movie that I really just I got to see and everything, and fell in love with the franchise from then on out. I do. I love the Halloween movies, and I enjoyed the 2018 Halloween movie. I went with my dad. That's the last one I went and saw with my dad, and I really enjoyed it. We laughed, we had a good time with it and everything. And then I went and saw Halloween Kills by myself, and hated it. I mean, I literally hated that movie, and I had a lot of hope that this movie was going to be better than Halloween Kills was. I mean, I had a lot of hope, and even from a few people who I trust had said something about it after they had seen it, I still had some kind of hope for some reason going to this movie, thinking it was going to be better than Halloween Kills, and it wasn't. I wouldn't even call this a Michael Myers movie at all. It's like they took a bunch of different slasher movies and some edgy noir flicks from the late 70s and 80s and try to cram it into this one movie, because that's really what it felt like. It reminded me a little bit too much of like Friday the 13th Part 5, Fade to Black, another slasher movie from the 80s, and many of the if you just had neon lights like throughout Haddonfield, you would have had a one of these modern neon noir flicks that like Drive or something combined with this, or Nightcrawler. I would say like that, the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and everything. That movie, I mean, if you just had like that aesthetic somewhat in this movie, that's what you would have had. And that's what it feels like. It feels like a bunch of movies crammed into one movie. And I hated it. It just, because it didn't feel like a Halloween movie at all. All they did was slap the Halloween title on it and cast Michael Myers and Laurie Strode's characters, and put their characters into these random flicks and sold it to the audience. And it feels like it cheats you. It cheats you so hard it's not even funny. The acting in this is good. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna say this about the guy that plays Corey. I'm sorry, I don't know his name at the moment. The guy that plays Corey. Cast him in another flick like this. I wanted to see the movie about him in its own entirety, in its own flick, which is what it seemed like this was what it was going to be. It's like someone read the script and like, man, I really don't have an ending, so let's just. I kind of wrote something for Halloween. I'm not sure how it's going to go, and they were like, put them together, and that's what we got. And it sucks. It's a mess. This is up there with Halloween Resurrection and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 for being one of the worst Halloween movies in the franchise and everything. And I hated it. I hated it. Disliked it a whole lot. It's because, like, if you're following from 2018 Halloween Kills, and then this one, you would realize that for some reason Halloween Kills, Michael Myers had somehow leveled up to the assassination levels of John Wick, because he dispatches like a whole bunch of people with ease, mind you, in Halloween Kills. And for some reason, in this movie, he is no better than a lumbering Frankenstein character, Frankenstein monster in this. And it's just, I hated it. It was just because it wasn't Michael Myers, and after watching Halloween Kills and you expecting him to be something somewhat like that in this movie, because that's what you're expecting already, and it's not. It sucked, and it was just like he has trouble dealing with a college kid and an elderly person, or older person, not elderly person. He's Michael Myers, and it just, we don't know why he's acting the way he's acting, especially after the way he acted in Halloween Kills. I guess in the year span from the other flick to this one, he's just, or 2019 to this one, or whatever. He's just turned into he just doesn't get around like he used to. No reasoning for it. It's just stupid. It's dumb, and I hated it. But God, there's Jamie Lee Curtis does a good job acting, and you can't take away from anybody who act the way they acted in this, except for a few people. But the main people, Laurie Strode, her granddaughter, and Corey's character, their acting is great. I will not take that anything away from them. Their acting is great. But yeah, I wanted to see the movie about Corey, about what happens to him, why he is the way he is, and why he goes out and does what he does. That's the movie I wanted to see. I would have paid top dollar to see an entire movie about that, or a series of movies on that, or a TV series on that, compared to what we saw with Michael Myers crammed into in this movie, and the Halloween title slapped on it and everything, because that's what this is. And I promise you, if you see this, you'll see what I'm talking about when you're watching a movie about watching the scenes about Corey. You're going to end up like, I want to see that movie, because that has that neon noir feel to it and everything, and it's just like, that was more interesting than anything else that was going on in the movie. And what they do with that, you feel cheated about that character, you feel cheated about. And then Michael Myers shows up, you feel cheated about Michael Myers, you feel cheated about Laurie Strode, and the way it all plays out for her, especially from the 2018 to this one. And it was just it was just bad. And like I said, a bunch of movies crammed into one movie, and it's not Halloween whatsoever. I'm hoping, if you enjoyed it, man, more to you. You're better than me. You can enjoy something. But I watch movies that are so bad that I enjoy them. They're so bad that you laugh at them, so you end up enjoying them and everything. I didn't enjoy this. There's nothing in this that was enjoyable. I guess if you go in for kills and gore, some of those are good. But other than that, and the musical score is just epic beyond belief. The scores for the new Halloween flicks have been fantastic, and I've enjoyed them. And then you'll enjoy this one. This one will be another one that people play around Halloween and everything. It's just got that heavy dreadfulness to it and everything, especially with John Carpenter's original tone and everything that he did in his theme. It's fantastic. But I didn't like it. I'm hoping other people do. I really don't want to see David Green's name attached to a Halloween movie, unless he can do something, or he has some excuse. Because I remember what he originally said, that he was making the most down-to-earth, realistic Halloween series of films, most realistic version of Michael Myers. And you kind of saw that in Halloween 2018, but then in Halloween Kills, I'm just going to make Michael Myers superhuman and the ultimate vessel of evil, and we're giving him cool assassination John Wick powers moves and stuff like that, because that's what they gave him. And the whole realistic thing went out the window, and in this movie they tried to go back to being realistic, and it's a very poor take on everything. It's very inconsistent. Like I said, it is a big mess. And I'm hoping that just maybe we'll get another Halloween movie. It's gonna happen. We'll get a new Halloween movie eventually, probably in the next 5 to 10 years. And I just want, if you're gonna do something, to start off from scratch, or I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe this is a franchise that does deserve to die and be put to bed. And because I mean, I enjoyed Halloween. I mean, I enjoyed the classics. My favorite. The original John Carpenter one was my favorite. I love the sequel, Halloween 2. I love the sequel. I love Halloween 2. I love Halloween 4. I enjoy 5. I enjoy 6 for the most part. That's another thing. I was want to compare like their characters in this movie are insufferable. Like, I don't know if it's the writing's atrocious or something, but the characters are just, almost hate everybody in the movie. You want everyone to die. That's what you felt like about this movie. You don't care about Michael, and you end up not caring about really any of these characters. You just want them to die because the way they're cheated, and the way they act, and you know, what they were building Corey up for. You want to see that you want to play it out a different way. Like, kind of like I said, I compared it to like Nightcrawler in a way. Anyways, or Fade to Black. Actually, I would just say Fade to Black's the way someone gets treated and what they do and everything. But yeah, I enjoyed all. I mean, the only Halloween movies I don't really enjoy are Resurrection, and Halloween 2, and now this one, and Halloween Kills. I mean, there's parts of Halloween Kills I like. This one, there's not enough in this movie for me to call it a Halloween movie, if you know what I mean. It's just, anyways, I digress, and that's it. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't like my review of this, but this is my review, and I enjoyed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie more than I did this. I enjoyed Firestarter more than I did this, and that says a lot. At least I was able to laugh at some of the insanities in like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and everything. This one, my eye rolled, and you could hear people complaining in the movie theater. They just weren't. No one was enjoying this, and I don't know what that's a death knell for a franchise, especially a horror movie like with special. And I don't know. It's tough to say. Maybe Michael Myers will get some fresh writers who have a really good passion, a great passion for the Halloween franchise, and they'll do something right with it, and have something will happen, you know. But anyways, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you can hit that, you can downvote me or give me a dislike or whatever. If you did enjoy the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribe, as I got more videos coming soon. I'll make another video talking about some of the real changes I'm going to make and everything. I plan on reviewing Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday, with Scott Adkins in it. I think that's the title of it. Enjoy his flicks. The original Accident Man was great with him in it. It was a really fun action movie. I think you can find it on, I want to say Netflix, but don't take my word for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that this weekend and reviewing that, and reviewing a couple other movies and stuff. As well, talking about my next video. Probably by this next week, I'll have a video up for the 10 worst ninja movies that you could possibly watch. I could easily make a top 20 list, but top 10 list should do. I've already made a top 10 ninja movies you should watch, so I'm gonna make a top 10 ninja movies that are so bad that you should watch, if that makes sense. If you plan on torturing yourself, because that's really not torturing me. This movie was torture for me, because of my love for the franchise and everything. But anyways, like I said, I want to thank you for watching my video, and if you're coming back after these 3 months, I appreciate you for tuning back in, and don't be a stranger. Thanks.